Hello, my name is M.W.Burnette. I am a home studio music producer, songwriter, and recording artist, and this is my video diary. So, thank you for watching. So lately I've been talking about this album that I'm releasing for Christmas called Porcelain. And as I've told you, it's a Christmas album, but not like the ones that you're used to hearing. There are no bells, no references to Santa Claus and presents. And I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to sing songs about angels and carols and all that sort of thing. But what I am going to try to do is to connect with the humanity of Mary and Joseph and the shepherds and those other people who experienced those events firsthand. I feel like in our culture, we have so much pomp and circumstance around Christmas that it becomes about the pomp and circumstance. And it's not always a bad thing. I mean, a lot of that is kind of traditions, family traditions, and remembering times that we spend with family and so on and so forth. But I think that because of that, that's a lot of what we associate Christmas with, and we miss some of the spiritual elements that are there, because we tend to look at Mary and Joseph and the shepherds and so on and so forth, and we idealize them. We don't realize that they're human beings with flaws and with fears and emotions and so on and so forth. We kind of see them as these mythological characters, and we can't see ourselves in them. And so that's what this album is about, is humanizing them so that we can connect in a personal way with this story. So one of the recurring themes that came about while I was writing this was this idea that there comes a time after that initial call, after that initial commission, when the angel has come and gone, and now you're facing the reality of the situation and dealing with the minutia of making it come to pass. So if you think about that story, the angel came to Mary, the angel came to Joseph, the angel came to Zechariah and told them what was going to happen. But then it was months and months and months later when all of this stuff finally did take place, because Mary had to carry that child, and they had to make that trip to Bethlehem. And all of those things took time. All of those things took a lot of energy. And again, just, the regular old, what did Mary do in month number 3? What was her life like then? Did she wake up every morning thinking about, wow, this is a great thing, I'm carrying the Son of God? Maybe she didn't think this is such a great thing. Maybe she was thinking about a lot of simpler things, like, I've got to get some water today, got to figure out what to eat, got to make sure that my clothes are clean. And Joseph probably had kind of similar things. He, as a carpenter, he was thinking, like, okay, well, what have I got to accomplish today? I don't know if he was building furniture or building homes or whatever, but, he was probably starting out the day working out. Okay, well, by the end of the day, I need to have X, Y, and Z finished, and making out a plan to do that. The point that I'm making here is that even when you have that sort of big moment call, or that, that mountaintop experience, you might say, actually bringing that new world into existence isn't about explosions and, big grand gestures and so on and so forth. That's the way that we tend to look at things. We see these big events, these big, massive, tent-pole moments. But to get to those places, there are a lot of small steps. And sometimes it's really easy to get preoccupied with those small steps, and you kind of forget while you're doing it at all, or to lose your motivation, or to start doubting whether there was any validity to it in the first place. And so that's what this song, One Foot in Front, is about. This is just sort of that inspiration, that persistence and stick-to-itiveness that you have to depend on when you're in month 3 and in month 6 and in month 8, long after the angel's come and gone. But you know where you're going, and you just have to get up, and you have to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when you don't know if it's going to work, even if you don't know if you're doing the right thing. You just have to make the best decision with the information that you have available. You have to keep making the best choice that you can at the moment. If you've seen Frozen 2, there's a song in that about doing the next right thing, and that's kind of what this is about as well. Is you don't necessarily know what's going to happen. You don't know the future impact or the significance of anything that you're doing right this moment. It may be significant, it may not. You may be doing something really important, or you may be doing something mundane. But the point is wherever you find yourself at any moment in time, you can only take one step from that position. And so that's what you have to do, is you have to take that next step. And then once you take that step, you take the step after that. I'll quote another movie for you, that's Jyn Erso's line in Rogue One. As they're landing on the planet, she says, if we make it to the surface, then we'll take the next chance, and the chance after that, and on until we win, or the chances are spent. And I think that's something that's important for us to keep in mind. So I hope you'll remember that if you listen to One Foot in Front. Is when you're discouraged, you don't know if what you're doing amounts to anything, if it doesn't matter, I want you to not worry about it, because the only thing that you can do the only thing that ever brings about success is to take those individual little steps, one after the other, to keep going, pressing on towards your goal. You may never get there, but if you don't do that, you certainly won't get there. So keep pressing ahead. That's all I'll say for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.